So, back in '04, I was La Puente High School, and there was this thing we had called late start. So what we would do, either most kids would either go smoke weed or do their illegal substance before school, or they will grub, go somewhere to eat. So with me and my friends, we ended up going to Tacos Mexico. I don't know why, which is doubles now. If you guys know La Puente, it's an hacienda. Tacos Mexico's used to be there. Anyway, so we get there, and I decide to get a burrito. Not a breakfast burrito, a fucking carne asada burrito.
Dude, imagine some crazy scandal happened at school one day, and then like the media and the news, like all that shows up.
I don't think it'll happen. No way.
It's possible. It happens everywhere, though, if you think about it.
Maybe. Big ass burrito, I remember that shit. We grabbed it, whatever. Then we started walking home. We started walking to our school. Once we got into the field, because we went through the backside by LP Park. We walked through the field, going towards where I used to hang out, which we called the wall. And once I was walking, I was already feeling ill. Like my stomach was feeling a little queasy. I was feeling a little unsteady. By the time we got to the bench, which was next to the wall, I was pretty much in like just the most uncomfortable like position ever. Like my stomach was hurting. Like,
Hey, did you hear that there's gonna be like a new website that's supposed to be better than MySpace?
what? They're gonna call it Facebook? Oh,
What happened?
that feels weird, man.
Alright, man. You have a baby?
I don't know.
Hey, you don't look good, dude.
My stomach's hurting.
I told you not to get the burrito in the morning.
I was hungry. That was good.
Still, out of all things to eat right before going to class.
It was late start, man. You gotta do that. Everybody does it.
And everybody goes smoke right before late start.
That too. I should have done that instead.
Hey, man, I'm gonna take God, dude, because I forgot to turn in some homework.
Alright. I just have to go right here, so.
See you later.
Later on. I was feeling all like, I was getting like shivers and stuff, and it was weird. And I remember I had class that day. My first period was at the wigwam. So I went to the wigwam, and I was sitting there, and my teacher at the time noticed me. I forgot the teacher name was, but he noticed me, and he was just like, "Hey, Lewis, what's wrong? You look kind of, sick." And I did. I remember one of my friends at the time told me, like, "You look green, dude. You just like look green." And I'm like, yeah, I don't feel good." So I told the teacher, "I don't feel good. I really gotta go home or office somewhere." And he's like, "Okay, well, I'll dismiss you. Go to the office." And then so I get to the office. I tell the lady, "I'm not feeling good. Can you please call my parents to let me go home or pick me up?" But since my dad was the only one that drove, he lives he doesn't live, but he works in Pasadena, so he had no way of getting me. So my parents, my mom, grandma, and my grandpa, told him like, "Oh, it's fine. He could walk home." So once I get the chance to just leave the school, I just start booking it. Not really start running, just start walking pretty fast. But when I get to the end, literally like towards Hacienda, I just book it. The first thought in my head was, I gotta go to the LP bathroom, because the LP Park bathroom, because that's the only one that's closest. That's the only thing that's gonna save me right now. I run my ass to the bathroom. That thing is closed. That thing's been closed since who the hell knows when. I don't know why I thought about it, but I really had to go. But it was closed, so I had no choice and keep running down freaking Hacienda. At the time, I lived in Cabana in Amar, so I literally either had to run all the way over there or I could wait for the bus. Luckily, by the time I got to Amar, the bus was coming. So I'm like, sweet, I gotta get the bus. I jump on the bus, you know, the whole ride home, I'm sweating. I'm like, in a way, I'm kind of pumped because I was running, but at the same time, I was clenching, you know, like holding, make sure nothing comes out, make sure everything's cool. By the time I get off the bus and it drops me off right in front of my block, I just book it and just run down my block. I just run full speed, blah 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 blah. Once I get to my in front of my house, there's this little grass area in front of there that this I guess they just recently cut it or something, and it looks just like when you do the side of the grass, it was like perfect, you know. And it was like a little wall, whatever. So I'm running, and I happen somehow to trip on one of the grass, on the edge of the grass, fall face forward to the grass, and I just remember screaming and just grasping the grass really hard and hoping for my god dear life not to poop my pants. So I didn't, luckily. Got up, did my business. I came back out, and then I saw the grass, and then I just remember seeing where my hands were grasping the grass. There's like a little bald area there. Yeah, so that's my story. I said this in episode 5, and a lot of people liked it. A lot of people like this story for some reason. But yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoy the reenactment.